Do you feel like Islam is the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world?
My opinion, he's number 2 pound for pound, because number 1 is John Jones. He's not that good like people think. People think he's unbeatable and like crazy wrestler, but like I took him down when I was 22 years old. So I'm the guy who is gonna be.
With the fight just days away, Arman Tsarukyan is determined to shatter the myth of Islam Makhachev's dominance, vowing to end it once and for all. Tsarukyan is aiming high, ready to prove that he belongs at the top of the division, and January 18th will be his chance to make a statement. "I'm going to be the number 1 contender," Tsarukyan said. "When I fought Islam Makhachev the first time, I had only 3 weeks of preparation. Give me 8 weeks and I'll crush him." His bold words have raised the stakes, signaling that his goal isn't just victory, but total dominance, leaving no question about who truly deserves to lead the division. This rematch is about more than just a fight. It's a battle for respect and legacy. On the other hand, Makhachev has dismissed Tsarukyan's rise, insisting that his skills have remained unchanged despite his growing experience. He pointed to Tsarukyan's struggles against powerful wrestlers like himself and Gamrot, confidently predicting the same outcome as their first encounter. These remarks have ignited controversy, with many fans accusing Makhachev of arrogance and underestimating his challenger. With tensions at an all-time high, this rematch has turned into a showdown of both egos and skills.
He have more experience, but same skills, you know. He beat all this guy because they don't have wrestling. But when someone have good wrestling skills, he always have trouble with Gamrot, with me, and it's gonna be again. He have good wrestling skill, but if
Fueling the fire even further, Coach Khabib Nurmagomedov has weighed in, asserting that Islam Makhachev is currently operating on an entirely different level. While many interpret this as a confident endorsement, others view it as a tactic to downplay Arman Tsarukyan's growing threat. Khabib's remarks have sparked heated debates among fans, with some questioning whether Tsarukyan truly has a shot or if Makhachev's dominance is unstoppable. The coach's statement has only added more pressure on Makhachev to prove he can live up to the high expectations, while Tsarukyan is resolutely determined to expose the myth of Makhachev's so-called different level come fight night. This clash is shaping up to be not just a battle of fighters, but a high-stakes test of legacies.
What we expect, you know, like finish in first round, like Islam say on way in, it's not gonna be 5 rounds, it's gonna be 2 or 1 round, you know, because of a lot of things, amateur career, professional career, UFC career, all win streak, about his age, about how he's hungry, everything come together, you know, Islam on different level.
Meanwhile, Makhachev's head coach, Javier Mendes, has rejected any suggestion that they are underestimating Arman Tsarukyan, describing him as a dangerous and skilled opponent. However, skeptics believe this could be a form of damage control following Makhachev's earlier dismissive comments about Tsarukyan's abilities. Fans are now questioning whether Mendes' praise is genuine respect or merely an attempt to downplay the mounting pressure on Makhachev. The mixed messages coming from Makhachev's camp have only intensified the controversy, fueling debates on whether Tsarukyan is truly being taken seriously or if Makhachev is stepping into a trap of overconfidence. This fight has rapidly turned into a battle of not just skills, but mind games as well.
Doubt Usman's underestimating Shelby, and I 100% know Islam is not underestimating. There's no way. Those guys are too dangerous. They know that they're about the toughest in the division. For them, they're not underestimating, because if they are underestimating, then we as coaches, me and Habib and Magomed and Saif Safula, we're all underestimating them, and we are not underestimating these guys. We know how good they are. We know they're super, super dangerous, and they're probably one of our toughest.
Adding even more intrigue to the situation, Joe Rogan weighed in on Makhachev's physicality, describing him as an almost superhuman figure with unparalleled strength. His comments have reignited debates about Makhachev's size advantage and the role it plays in his success. Critics argue that his size might be too dominant for the division, questioning whether it gives him an unfair edge. These claims have sparked further controversy, with Tsarukyan determined to prove that no amount of size or strength will save Makhachev. As January 18th approaches, the fight is shaping up to be a true clash of power versus resilience, with both fighters eager to prove their point.
Looked like Michelangelo sculpted him.
He's so big. He's so strong, so good.
What does he weigh? What does he weigh like normal? Like right now, if you called him up, what do you weigh, brother? What would he say?
I would say at least minimum like 185, 190.
Get out of here. He's 210 pounds.
No, Islam.
That guy's 250 pounds.
His strength feels like 250 pounds.
Rogan also highlighted Makhachev's evolution, particularly his striking power. He's big, and now he's got real power on his feet, which is a new addition in recent years, Rogan said. This sparked debates about whether Makhachev's striking makes him nearly unbeatable. While some praise his dominance in every area, others believe his reliance on power could be exploited by a strategic fighter like Tsarukyan. Rogan further praised Makhachev as the most complete fighter in the UFC, claiming he excels in all aspects of the sport. This bold statement has intensified the pressure on Makhachev, with some questioning whether his dominance truly makes him untouchable. For Tsarukyan, the fight is an opportunity to challenge that perception and prove that even the most complete fighters have weaknesses.
Like he submitted Poirier in the final round.
Yeah.
Incredible submission. But he was winning that fight already.
Yeah.
But then, he can also knock you out. He literally does everything. He's one of the best wrestlers in the sport. His top control and his squeeze is insane.
Pressure on Makhachev continues to grow, with critics warning that constant praise could lead to overconfidence. Tsarukyan, however, is focused on proving that even the most versatile fighters can be beaten. The January 18th fight has become a test of whether Makhachev's skills live up to the hype. Tsarukyan has made it clear that this fight is not just about defeating Makhachev, it's about making a statement. He's aiming for a decisive finish, which will secure his win and change the narrative around the champion. If I finish, I make more money, so that's why I've got to do it, Tsarukyan said, showing his focus on victory and the title. Rogan emphasized Makhachev's dominance, particularly his ground control, but also raised questions about whether his power could be exploited by a skilled, motivated fighter like Tsarukyan. Critics believe underestimating Tsarukyan could be a mistake for Makhachev. Reflecting on their first fight, Tsarukyan acknowledged his growth as a fighter. Since then, he has worked to improve all aspects of his game, including boxing and wrestling, and is now ready for the challenge ahead.
Like almost 6 years ago, I was young. It was like my first fight in the UFC. I got experience, and I feel like I'm better everywhere. So I improve my boxing, wrestling, and the most important thing is experience. So now I feel like I feel very good in the cage. I'm not nervous.